Hey, this is Mad Hatter, and today I'm going to show you some shulker farms. I'm going to show you two versions. One that is not very fast, but it is insanely cheap. Like, you need maybe 2 or 3 hoppers and a couple chests, and that's the most expensive things that you need. And another one that is really, really fast, but a little bit more expensive. You're going to need a sculk catalyst and some observers. Other than that, these are both very easy to build, so let's get into it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to have to pacify some shulkers. The easiest ones to pacify are on the ship. There's only 3 of them. You pacify all 3 of them using an invisibility potion. Let me show you how to do that now. So we're going to go up and we're going to just make some space. Pretend this is on a boat. We're going to need a piston, a button, and 3 chests to do this. And we're gonna put down 3 shulkers quick. We're gonna make ourselves invisible, and then we're gonna go into survival. Okay, now what you do is you're invisible, and you go right next to the shulker. You can basically touch them. And nope, not right there. You're going to put a block down, and then you're gonna put a chest here. And you're gonna put button, push it in. And then we're gonna repeat on all 3 shulkers. And I am in survival mode right now. Push. That piston goes and pushes that chest into the shulker. We're gonna do it again. There you go. Okay. Now, I can go into, I can clear my effects, and look at, they do not care. I'm still in survival. I can still take damage, I can still die, but they don't care. So now we're going to go back into creative because this makes everything easier for the tutorial, and I can just grab materials as I need to. So let's build the simplest one first. And then later I'll show you how to transform the simple one into the fast one. First thing we're gonna do is get a spot where we're kind of in between a couple of the shulkers. We're gonna go up 3, and we're going to put down 2 blocks. Just like that. And now we're going to cover this in glass on the sides or buttons, but I prefer glass. Okay. Then we're going to break this out. We're going to go down. And now what we're going to do is get a couple of hoppers. We're going to put some chests down. We're going to put hoppers in there. And you can put as many chests on there as you want. Do not place any blocks that you want to keep. Do not place any blocks anywhere near this. The shulkers will stick to them. That means no crafting tables, nothing like that. Do not place any of them near this. Okay. Next thing you're going to need an armor stand. We're going to place the armor stand right there. We're going to enclose that armor stand in blocks. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put a trap door in, right? Like this. Any trapdoor will do. It does not matter if it's got holes in it. Now we're going to close that. We're going to break out that box, and we're going to break out this block. That shulker is going to take some time to figure out it can go. You can also break the chest, and we can break the chest. And you see, he teleported there. This one teleported here. That's not good. We should have put buttons all around this. We're gonna break this, and we're gonna give them a block. Only one valid side, so only one of them goes to it. And we're gonna get ready to push this into his head, because that's what we'd have to do in survival. Okay, you got a box, and then we're gonna do this and a button. You're pacified now. And we are just waiting for him to find that block. And he did. This one's now pacified. He's a backup in case you accidentally kill one. We got to make sure that this block stays completely covered in either buttons or glass. I'm going to break out that piston. Okay, this is the very simple shulker farm done. The hardest part is wrangling the shulkers in. I'm going to back up a few blocks and just open this up. And once I'm in survival, now they're going to start shooting. That's it. That's all there is to it. This will now make shulker shells. It's not going to be very fast, but it will make shulker shells. Now that we have this shulker farm built, let's say that we got to the point where we want to upgrade this. We don't want to get new shulkers, so let's just focus on upgrading. We're going to have to pacify these two shulkers. And what I mean by pacify is we want to get it so that they won't teleport and they'll just sit there without being able to shoot us. So first thing that we're going to do, going to make a box. This box is going to contain a piston. Just like this. Okay, now you're going to put a button on the top. Now you're going to get a piston in this box and then quickly put a glass on its face. So now every side of that is covered. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to break this piece of glass out, put a chest in it, fill this in, push that button. That shulker is now pacified again. We're going to repeat this process. I'm gonna put a piece of glass there, break this one out, glass there, button, break this piston, glass there, piston in, quickly put glass on its face. We can break this out. We're gonna put a chest here, break that glass, put a chest here, break that glass out, boop the button, put another glass in here quickly, boop the button again, and now both of those shulkers are pacified. We can break this piston. We can move on to making the next section of this farm. Now those guys won't move, so you are good to build the rest of this farm. We're gonna build it beside. So first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna put in 2 hoppers, and then we're going to break this one out and put a hopper up just like that. Actually, not there. Put a hopper up just like that. So when building the farm, I forgot to put a hopper there, and that's where the button is at in the farm that you probably are building right now. I'm going to clip this in right when I made this mistake, but you put a hopper in facing that way rather than the piece of glass that I placed. It'll make your life so much easier. Okay, and now we need to seal in the shulker area. So we're going to do that. Okay, again, this is a part where I get a little bit nervous, so I would recommend fully sealing in again. It should be fine with those shulkers sealed in. On top of this hopper, you're gonna put a trapdoor. You're gonna jump up. You're gonna put a trapdoor directly on top of it so it opens up that way. It's important it opens that way. Now, 1, 2, okay. We're gonna place blocks just like that. And we're gonna fill this in for now. This is just to make sure that we don't accidentally have the shulkers teleport. We're gonna leave the center stuff just like that. You're going to need a skulk sensor and observers on your hotbar, as well as redstone dust and a repeater. This should not cause them to glitch, but we will see. First thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna jump up, then we're gonna put observer. We're gonna put a dust on its back. Then we're gonna go down here, go inside. We're gonna put observer, and then any block that can conduct redstone here. And you're gonna break out that piece of glass and that piece of glass. Now, at this point, the shulkers could teleport and it would not be the end of the world. The only place that they can spawn is on those two, and we'd be able to handle that. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get a couple buttons. We're gonna put a button there and a button there. And we're gonna put our armor stand top of that button. You might have to put the armor stand down first and put the button in his feet just by clicking there. Now seal him in with glass, just like that. Put a trapdoor there. This is how we can turn on and off the farm. Okay, now right here, you're gonna grab a trapdoor. You're gonna break this glass and put the trapdoor on the top. It's gotta be on the top. You can also break this glass and put a button on the top. That works just fine. And now we're gonna put the last piece of redstone in. Put that down quickly, set it to 4 ticks. And now you're gonna need an impaling 2 trident. It must be impaling 2. It cannot be impaling 3, cannot be impaling 4. It must be impaling 2. Impaling 2. Now you're gonna throw this right at that, push the button, and it'll drop it right there. That's perfect. We need water. Easiest way to put the water in is actually to flip these 2 trapdoors up. Before you get the shulkers in, we need to put a bucket of water right here. Right there. Now you're gonna jump and put that one up. Put that one up, and now you can rethrow that trident the same way you threw it before. Throw it right at that trapdoor, push the button, and then it's going to go down like that. Now we can relocate the shulkers. It's maybe easiest with invisibility, and we're just going to break both those blocks and maybe seal them back in, and they're going to eventually teleport right over there. Give him a minute. He's just going to take his time to find that block. He's got to find the block and is searching for it constantly. I often get impatient at this point. Just let the process happen. We can also, yep, there he went. Now you see that they're lined up again. We can now break all of these items out. Break this armor stand. And the armor stand for some reason in 1.21 makes Skulk appear. If you don't want Skulk, you're gonna have to button everything. To me, Skulk doesn't really matter, but if you don't like it, you're gonna have to button everything. Now, what we're gonna do is open this up, step way back, and we're gonna be in survival. For some reason, if you step back, this works faster. I can't tell you exactly why, but you have to be back at least 4 or 5 blocks, and then it'll work faster. I put the exact distance in the Structura Lab link, but now you can see it is just cooking those shulkers. This is not relog proof. This is not reload proof. You have to pull that trident out every time you're done AFKing here. There is a chance that you kill the shulker if you don't. I get quite a few shulker shells out of this, and it is trivial to build. So if I'm going to get the shulker, the trident out, I just come up here, grab the trident like that, and it will just get picked up in your inventory. The next thing I always do is let that shulker die and get a fresh one in before you rethrow the trident. You have to do that before you rethrow the trident, otherwise you will kill your shulker. You have to use impaling 2, otherwise you will kill that shulker. But that's about it. This is a really simple, really effective, and really fast shulker farm. I don't have the rates on it, but it's fast enough for a server. You AFK overnight, you're gonna have at least a shulker shells, not a problem. This is my favorite shulker farm. I learned about it from a Groova guy video. I will link to Groova's absolutely massive version of this. He did not do a block for block, he did a showcase. So this is sort of a block for block on how I build it, and you can kind of do your own thing with this. Anyway, this is Mad Hatter, and I'm out. Bye!